Hello everybody and welcome to this Tom Drives video. If you're not subscribed already, please make sure to do so. Really does help me out and you get to see more of this content. So this video is a bit unprompted. Well, I did get prompted with a message. So the story goes, a few days ago I got sent this message. It was a really weird picture of a Rover 75 in gold GMN with the same boot plinth as mine, the same boot badge as mine, through the front of a job centre window. So, naturally, you're quite alarmed. I know this car has a bit of a weird history, which is what we're going to try to use to prove or disprove that it's in that photo. So, the context of this photo, in March 2013, somewhere in Lincoln, somebody put a Rover 75 in gold, pre-project drive, through a job centre window. So, is that my car? Well, we're going to find out, because this car has quite a checkered history. I looked at that GB sticker on the back and I was like, oh no, that's definitely it. It's got to be it. The minute I saw it, it's got everything on the back matches, and it's just a bit weird because it was in that area around that time. So let's have a look through and I'll show you why I think it could potentially be that, or it could have had some sort of checkered history, because a lot of people have noticed and they've been pointing it out, and I've noticed it as well. It is just a bit weird, so I'll take you through that right now. So why would someone say that? Well, there's a few reasons why someone would say that and why I would say that as well. So the first thing is, this front end never fit together right when I got it. This thing was all the way up there, lifted like that. Someone said it was a part of the manufacturing in Longbridge, but I've seen a lot of Longbridge 75s in my time, and I don't think that's the case. So the front never fit together right. The bonnet was always like this towards one end, and that wing was always like this, up. So that's the first thing. Obviously, in a crash, an airbag would deploy, wouldn't it? So if we have a look in the boot, if you guys remember, it's always had this very weird non-matching airbag and steering wheel combination. So this is from a late model Rover 75, a 2004. And this airbag, so if you guys can remember, years ago, 2 years ago, back when I started this channel, I recoloured this. But I didn't recolour this. This is smokestone underneath here. You can pick it all off as well. So somebody at some point has replaced this wheel and, done that. This airbag, I don't think as well. I was looking at a part number for an airbag of the similar time, and it's a different part number, so that would indicate to me this is a newer airbag. Oh, bloody hell. Imagine if that just gone off. No, it needs a charge to go off. Anyway, so that indicates that this car has had, of course, a new airbag and steering wheel. The only reason why it would have had a new airbag, if the steering wheel was being replaced and had the airbag recoloured, is if the airbag in the original car was unusable. So that's another thing to indicate it's had a front end collision. So you may be thinking, is that the only thing other than that and the GB sticker? It's not, because if you have a look at the photo, you can see, so the car, if this car is that car, would have gone in like that. So one side you've got some more debris, and the other side you've got a sliding door. So you guys may be thinking, Tom, this side's perfectly fine. How could it have gone through there and had a sliding door hit it? Well, I was looking around after seeing that photo and I noticed this. This door, along with this door, has been resprayed. So, at some point this was so badly damaged that somebody needed to respray this whole side. So that's another thing that points towards this car being that car. However, there's another thing as well that would point to that, and it's the GB sticker. So a couple of years ago, if I can dig the pictures out, I will do. This car had a GB sticker here, and then it also at some point had one there. Now in that photo there's a GB sticker as well. So that is the GB sticker mystery. There is one more thing though, which is the windows. So Splintex all the way round. These cars come with Splintex. The front windscreen is usually branded Rover as well. However, my front windscreen is not. It's the Pilkington one. So this has been replaced at some point. Now, if you guys can remember, underneath all of here, about 2 years ago when we did the scuttle, we had the scuttle mystery, and we took all this off. There was a load of smashed glass, automotive glass, and what looked to be like normal glass inside of here as well. And I've found every time, and this is before YouTube, I found some glass in here. So a shop window has glass. This car has had a smashed windscreen, it's got damage on the front, has had a side repainted, and has had a GB sticker. It's GMN. It would have been in that area at the time. And there's another thing. This here roof, this mechanism's been pushed in and down. Now I think this could have dropped, but I'm not overly convinced. Somebody said in messages that this is probably caused by a drop in the mechanisms, just sagged over time. But that's not, well, that's quite consistent with the rest of the car, because this doesn't have any damage on the roof either, which it would have got if it had gone through a shop window. So you may be thinking, this, after all of this, you've got the airbag, you've got the front, you've got the rear, you've got the side, and you've got the glass. This car could potentially be that one, or it's been in some sort of accident at some point. But the reason why I don't believe it's that car is that little service portfolio. So I had a look through here after someone was, said it was a car. So it was around that area at some point in its life. And there's 5 owners, I believe. Not have the logbook with me. The original owner, a guy who bought it originally from Priory of Nottingham. Then you have another owner, don't know who that is. Then you have another owner, who I know who that is. Another owner, who I bought this from, and then me. So the reason why I don't think this car is the one in the shop window is because at that time it was doing this. It was having all of this service done. 434 quid in fact. So nobody's going to put a car through a job centre window and then go get it serviced. So that debunks that. So it is not the car that got put through the shop window. But it has definitely had a bit of a history. It's definitely been in an accident at some point. It's definitely had its fair share of TLC over its time. With this, the front with the on there, and a few other things as well. So that's about it for this video. I don't believe that this is the car that went through the shop window after going through all of that and looking through that. Again, I've just sort of gone through that quite briefly in my head, but then I thought, I'll come out here and do the sort of discovery of it on YouTube. So the car is not the car that went through the job centre window. That car was a diesel though, because you can tell by the rear silencer. So in that case, this car has definitely been in an accident at some point. And if any of you guys know, and don't say, oh, Jimmy Savile wrapped it around a tree, because no, that just didn't happen. Anything like that, nothing happened like that. This car has definitely been in some sort of accident at some point in its life. And if you have any information on that, let me know. I'm not going to be angry or misled or anything, because who cares? I love this car no matter what. It's a beast. It's my favourite, well, the best car I've ever owned in my life. So, have any of you guys ever had any of these cars with these weird checkered histories? Let me know. Bearing in mind it is a 20-odd-year-old car, it's going to have some dings, some knocks, some dents. So that's about it, everybody. More videos coming soon. The full rebrand is going to complete on Thursday this week, I believe, and then you'll start getting the new videos in the weird format. It's going to be pretty good, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me on this little discovery debunk of why that car's not my car, and I'll see you in the next one. It's very warm in here. I need to put my aircon on.